Hi there, welcome to the Fierce Factor podcast. I'm your host, Kaylee Lindholm. And I think it's time for us women to shift the conversation in business and step into our feminine leadership to do the most iconic work the aesthetic industry has ever seen. Each week, I'll be bringing a powerful dose of strategy, sarcasm, solutions, and sass that will rev up your creativity and ignite your brilliance as you link arms with me along our shared path of personal and professional growth in 20 minutes or less. Let's go. Hello there, Fierce Factor. Thank you for joining me for today's episode, 2020 in Rearview. I wanted to take this final episode of 2020 to reflect back on really some of the biggest lessons learned in our business and also share a little bit of what I went through personally this year and how I do plan to take these new lessons learned and really set new strategies in 2021. And I know that while many of you listening, you're a lot like me, and you have too been faced with a barrage of new complexities in your life and business, be it rolling blackouts, stay-at-home orders, team shuffling, role re-engineering, and strategic miss and realignments. I'd like to take a minute to, first of all, congratulate you for staying in business this year. No, truly, all sarcasm aside, this has been a trying year. And some days I honestly don't know how I held it all together. And some days, quite honestly, I really didn't. And for many of our aesthetic community members and my personal friends, just keeping doors open and everyone safe and healthy was a major win. So as we accelerate and put 2020 in rear view, let's start by truly recognizing that we should all be absolutely proud of ourselves for surviving this year. And as I was reminiscing about life way back when in January, I realized that while this year's outcomes look quite different than originally anticipated, all of my big goals really did, in fact, come to fruition in some way, shape, or form. When I started this year, I really had three big goals for myself. One was to host a business conference, which was PopCon. 2 was to start a podcast, The Fierce Factor. And 3, to build a leadership academy, the Pop Aesthetic Leadership Academy. And so I'm certainly proud to say that I did tackle all of these goals. And while I am gratified by these accomplishments, looking back, I really realized that my biggest achievements were intangible. My truly biggest accomplishment in 2020 was who I became as a byproduct of setting out to accomplish these bigger goals. The commitment I made to myself to show up and record a podcast every single week without fail, the consistency I demonstrated building trust and value with our new clients, my ability to accept criticism and feedback as I attempted to create something that's never been done before. And trust me, as someone who holds myself to a high standard of excellence, AKA also have a big ego, it wasn't really easy hearing, hey, Kaylee, what if we did it this way instead? Or Kaylee, we need more of this and less of that. Or Kaylee, nice try, but let's eliminate that altogether. But it was my willingness to listen and adapt that has made our academy second to none in our industry. And really the community that we were able to build during this time when people were craving human connection more than any other time in human history. And truly through all of this, I feel like I've earned a new level of confidence to create and cultivate in a way that will strengthen and build a preeminent brand that sets us miles apart from our competition. And so, when you listen to this, I hope you take a moment to reflect on your year, the goals you had, and the real accomplishments, the ones that you're the most proud of. It's my hope that, these reflections that I share today will help you look at your own accomplishments from a truly different perspective and think about how you can take those lessons, put them in the rear view, but use them as fuel to help you accelerate into 2021 as well. So I want to share with you my top 5 takeaways from 2020. Number one is that challenging times reveal conditional relationships. And I don't mean to be harsh about this, but truly, I realized that this year, I forged new relationships. I've learned more about people that I thought I intimately knew. And I let go of things that didn't serve me. Essentially, when things are going well, everyone seems to be happy and supportive. But when times get tough, our true character shines. And it was here this year that I recognized that there were certainly transactional relationships that I had in my life and my business. And this year was a year of eliminating those relationships that were not serving me. And this analogous slimming down, so to speak, has actually been a really refreshing and clarifying process for me and also for our business. Because while it's been challenging, I realized that it's freed up space to invest time and energy into new areas and really, truly elevate my personal and professional capacity for growth. Takeaway number 2, to attract and retain the best people and let them blossom. And blossom beyond you, blossom beyond me. I mean, hands down, my highest growth clients this year were the ones who were strategically hiring top talent to elevate the status quo in their business, really taking contractor work in-house, promoting team members who they felt had been a valuable asset to their business. I know I personally hired 2 full-time employees this year and began the process of distancing myself from many of the mundane or the more tactical tasks of the business so I could spend more time in a creative, visionary space. And one thing I learned firsthand, in order to attract the best talent, you must build a company that they will seek out and want to work for. And this year of all years has challenged many people to reprioritize their core motivations. And now more than ever, great employees want upward mobility in companies that represent core values that they are aligned with. Takeaway number 3, become the kind of leader that people want to follow. For me, this was a big part of my growth this year, making decisions that were unpopular, that there was no right answer for, and taking big risks. I know moving forward with strategic hiring in a downturn, a survival economy has been one of them. But every difficult choice gave me more empathy, compassion, and truly more relatability to my clients who were also treading upstream. In order for me to build our academy and lead the way for our clients, I had to practice what I preach. Takeaway number 4 is that thought leadership is the new PR. So really piggybacking on lesson 3, those who stepped up to lead, and I mean in their own way, to show the way to others, those who were willing to really stand out for what they believed in, they are the ones who will catapult their brand in 2021. And what this looks like is basically recognizing a gap in their markets and standing for something, even when it was unpopular, by paving the way for others to follow. Their thought leadership, by doing things their way, is cultivating their visibility and brand recognition among consumers. Here's the thing, y'all. Fitting in is out of style. So move aside, old guard, because there are some agile, innovative entrepreneurs who are claiming a massive share of the market, and this will continue into 2021. And finally, takeaway number 5, don't focus on major transformations, focus on strategic power tweaks. So right about now, I know that a major transformation sounds not only ideal, but necessary. But don't let your big goal get you off track from what's right in front of you. If you didn't get a chance to listen to my recent episode number 34, I cover this in some detail. Go back and listen to that episode. I really want to encourage you to focus on how your financial goals support the mission you have for your business, your life, and your legacy. When you're too focused on making that major transformation or hitting some abstract number, you'll miss the progress you're making on a daily basis. Think about it like when you're trying to lose weight. If you had 20 pounds to lose, you woke up the next day and you hadn't lost 20 pounds in a day, you're going to be frustrated. You have to focus on losing 1 pound at a time, one meal at a time, one workout at a time. Breaking your big goal into smaller steps, you'll be more likely to reward yourself for the daily decisions that are impacting your transformation, and you'll be therefore more likely to stay on track. And let me remind you that as I set out to accomplish 3 big goals this year, like I said, my biggest achievement was truly intangible. It was the accomplishment of who I became as a byproduct of setting out to accomplish those bigger goals. Okay, so hey, if you have been a loyal listener this year, I would love to connect with you personally. This podcast has truly been a passion project for me, and it is something I absolutely love. It is also a format for which I do not get to see faces on the other side of this microphone. So I would love more than anything to connect with you. Please send me a DM on Instagram and let me know that you're out there and you're listening, or screenshot this episode and share it and get the word out to more fierce leaders. And let me know, what is your biggest takeaway from 2020? I want to know, where's your head, and are you picking up what I'm putting down here? So thank you for being a part of this community. And finally, I just want to wish you a very happy new year, Fierce Factor, and I will see you for a truly epic 2021. Listen, it is my mission to empower you to reach your full potential, to cultivate an extraordinary business that will withstand the test of time. And while 2020 has been a turbulent, disruptive year, I could not be more optimistic about the last stretch of 2020, because we're getting ready to kick off our new class of the Pop Aesthetic Leadership Academy. Perhaps you feel the level of growth you desire feels unattainable in this new era, or you're not sure the steps that you should take to get you there. Well, this Leadership Academy is our signature program, and it's a powerful leadership development incubator for practice owners and practice managers in the aesthetic industry, just like you. It's been developed based on tactical and practical wisdom I've learned over the last decade of mentoring, advising, and consulting with some of the continent's top aesthetic practices. And I mean physicians who have board certifications in multiple specialties, authors, podium speakers, many businesses already running multiple million-dollar enterprises. These are powerful leaders in our industry. And we are the only program on the market that focuses on teaching your team the systems, strategies, and skills to consistently produce 6 figures in monthly revenue for you while you focus on your craft. This is a group program where you will be part of a cohort of like-minded people who share your unique passion and ambition. Listen, if you're tired of wasting your time with courses, consultants, or relying on companies to help you grow your business that just do not get the big picture, this just might be the right fit for you. Our graduates are board certified MDs, practice managers, administrators, practice owners, and leaders. And while they may have different job titles, they share a nuanced set of powerful leadership skills that have allowed them to elevate to the top 2% of aesthetic businesses. And for the month of December, we will be accepting applications for our January 2021 class. If you are ready to make your final transformation and take your business to its next level of success, you can head over to our website and apply at www.klcconsultants.com/PLA-info. Thank you for joining me for this episode of The Fierce Factor. If you enjoyed the show, please make sure you subscribe so you can automatically get new shows every week. I'd also love it if you left us a review. And come join the conversation online. If you're an aesthetic industry owner, operator, or leader, please join my free Facebook group, The Tribe of Fierce Aesthetic Leaders, a community of ambitious, purpose-driven professionals who collaborate and share best practices for growth in business and life. I'm honored you tuned in.